Hello everyone, Abdul Muqsid here with another tutorial on Crocoblock JetEngine. Today we're gonna discuss how you can build a sign up or registration form which let the user to activate his or her account with the help of email. So let's start. Alright, so in order to understand the scenario, the flow, I need to show you something in the start. This is usually our MySQL table in WordPress database which for users, which has user ID, username and password and some other necessary fields. What we will do, we will add two extra meta fields, one for activation code and another for status. Status can be true or false. In future, using dynamic visibility, you can restrict the user. If user has status true, it means he can log in and he can use the system, otherwise he cannot. The activation code, it will be randomly generated and it will be sent to the database as well as to the email. If the link which comes from the email, which comes from a URL, has the same code as we have in the database, we will consider this code as a valid and we will allow the user to activate the account. If not, the user cannot activate the account. Let's see the flow. First step is we need to create the meta field for code and status in the user table. Then we need to create a form with the username and password, which is normal. We will add a hidden field for generating random activation code. Third, we will register a deactivated user in the database, but he or she will be deactivated. We will send an activation code with the email. We will create a verification page where the user will land from the email. Then we need to build a query to fetch the code from the URL which we have sent through the email, and we will match with the user database table. If we found the code in the database, we will use dynamic visibility to show another form to user which allows us to change the status from false to true. Let's jump into the practical. I have this website. I will go to JetEngine and meta boxes. Let's add new meta and we call it user meta, and the meta box for users, visible at edit user and profile. Our first field is activation, or let's call it code. Let's keep it text, and let's take another one, user underscore status, and this field should be switcher. Alright, let's add meta box. If we go to users, let me open mine, scroll down to bottom, you will find two fields. Okay, user status, which is false by default, which is perfect, so the user are already deactivated, and we have code which is empty right now. Now step 1 is done. Now step 2 is we need to create a form. In my website I already have the sign up form. I will be using incognito window back and forth because if I am logged in I cannot use the sign up form because I am already registered. So I will use this incognito mode also. Here I have a form. We have actually two forms, one for hospital and facility and other for general user. I will use the general user form. We have full name, email and password. Now what we need to do is to add another hidden field which consists the activation code. Now this step can be done with the hook also, but it will be again some custom code, so I want to do it directly with the help of jQuery. So we will go to jet form builder and let me find the user sign up. Here I will add another field below password. Let's add a hidden field called activation underscore code. Okay, and we will keep it empty. Go to jet form and click on register user. Here you will find another field called activation code and it's supposed to be user meta. So what we have created now, Let's double check the names: JetEngine, meta boxes, user meta, and here we have created code. Click here, register action, and we want to match it with code. Okay, we will not touch the rest of the settings. The user role is general user, and click on update. Let's click on update and click here, refresh. If I right click and click on inspect element, here I will see another hidden field which is activation code, but we don't have any value now because we need to insert with the help of jQuery. I will go to my templates, pages, and let's go to sign up, edit with Elementor. If you remember, last time we have made a tutorial on how you can register a user without password and without username. In that tutorial we have used some jQuery which will randomly generate a password, 8 character or 10 character password. We will use the same code, but instead of using it for password we will use it for activation code. So let me drag an HTML field, widget HTML, okay, and I will paste the code. Alright, so we have jQuery. We choose the length to be 20. Then we are using a wish list which consists of alphanumeric and special character. Then we are using some array function to mix it. The last line is very important. We need to assign this generate password to our field, which is in this case activation underscore code. Okay, let's click on update and I will refresh it. Let's inspect element, click on activation code. Right now we have the hidden field activation code. Here you can find the value also, it's something JN1111. If I refresh the website, it will generate another code for me. So each time a user refresh or a user login, he or she will receive a fresh code. This is done. Now the next step is to create a email notification. So let's keep it up. Send email to whom? We need to send email to the user. So email from submitted field, it's email, subject activate your account, from name our website, content type let's keep it HTML, and I will paste it here. Alright, your account has been created and ready for activation. Please confirm your account from the link below, www.yourwebsite.com/verify interrogation sign code equal to activation code. This activation code is dynamic and it will be fetched using jQuery from our form field, which is activation underscore code. Alright, click on update and update the form. Alright, let me register with a new user and I will use my Gmail, and this is the password. Register as user. Your account has been created and I am redirected to login page, and I receive email also. But let me show you, if I click on users, we have a new user here, and if I click on edit, let's scroll down to our meta fields. Now in code we have activation code, which is random, and we have user status, which is turned off. This is exactly the same thing we have discussed here. We successfully stored activation code and status in our database. Now the next step is to activate the account. So I will go to my email. I already received the email, domain.com/verify and code equal to this code. This is exactly the same code, starting from 32E, and here is starting from 32E. Okay, we cannot find the page because we don't have any page. Now I will go and create a page, pages, add new, and I will create a page, verify, publish, edit with Elementor. Here in verification page we need to create two sections. I will hide the page title, and I need two sections. Section number 1 is for those who has valid code, so I will insert a icon box with the check sign icon. All right, let's make it green, or let's use primary color of this website, so it should be as per the branding. Okay, activation code is valid, and we need another one here, cross stop. Let's use this one, invalid, and let's keep it red. All right, let's click on update. Let's check where we are now. Create a verification. Build a query which will fetch code from URL and match with the user database. Now we need to create a query in JetEngine query builder. Let's name it validate code, and it should fetch users with the role of anything, or let's choose general user. And let me see if I can see I have 5 users here. We will go to meta query, add new. Here it asks for key or name of the meta feed. In this case it's code equal to value. The value will come in URL, so we will use queried variable, and it should be code. If you go to our email, here you can see the variable code equal to this one. Here we are comparing the same thing, code equal to the code in URL. If it is correct, let's have it corrector. If this code is correct, show us the user. Okay, so let's verify it. How we can verify it? I will copy the code and I will paste it here. This place you can use for verification. I paste my code and I can see my user here. See, one record 14, and this is the email I used. This is my password and the rest of the field. All right, let's add query. Let's go back to our page. Here we need to use dynamic visibility. Click on dynamic visibility. Let me save it because it will not show our query. Most of the member in the group, in the community, they are requesting for tutorial on query builder, but from last 2 months, I guess, whatever tutorial I am making on Crocoblock or JetEngine, I am using query builder. So these video will cover you with various scenario. Now today we have a very unique scenario: fetch value from URL, compare it in database, and then show or hide certain element. Alright, so click on this section, click on advanced dynamic visibility and enable it. Show this element if what happened, result count 1. Okay, so we need to use this condition equal to what? We need to find the field which is query result count, which query, validate code, okay, equal to what? 1. If you find one user, show us this code. If not, show us, sorry, not code, section, show us this section. Enable not equal to query result count, validate code 1. Okay, show this element if query result count is not equal to 1, or you can say equal to 0. Okay, equal to 0, it will work. These are various scenarios, it's totally up to you which one you want to use. Okay, we click on update, and here if I refresh the page, we are expecting to see a green message. Okay, activation code is valid. Okay, because it is validated here. Let me change the code. Instead of C, I will type E, enter, and we don't see anything. Maybe this is wrong. Let's say not equal to 1, and let's update it. Refresh, and now we see activation code is invalid. You have to play with these values. Alright, so our code is correct. We have validated our code. I will click on back, so our code is activated. Now the last step is create a form to change status to true if code match. So our code is already matched. Now we need to create a form. Let's create a new form. And here activate account. Let's remove it. Let's remove this also. We need only one button, which is activate my account. Click on get form, and we need to use hooks here. Call a hook. Hook should be something called activate underscore user. Okay, and let's click on update, publish, and publish. Alright, now the hook is already created, and what we need to do, we need to send the user to login page. So what is login page URL? Alright, login, add new form. After call hook, we need redirect to a page, edit, static, not static based, custom URL, and let's say this one. Click on update. Last step, we need to add code for hook. So you need to edit functions.php file, go to appearance, theme file, read. If you are using code snippet tools, you can do it with the snippet tool also, but I will use here. And let me copy paste the code because I already worked on that. We have this code. Let me explain. We have function activate underscore user, which is from here, activate underscore user. Okay, this is the action which you need to call. So this is the action code. This is the code which we are getting from our form. So here I forgot to add the field, insert before, and here I need a hidden field which is code, and the code will be from URL query variable code. Okay, so we are getting values from here, adding it in our form, and then pushing it to our hook. Okay, so here we got code and we have the code. Now here we need to run a WordPress core function get users, which will get user based on meta key code value, in this case which is the code. So in short, show us all users who has this code. In this case it will always fetch one user. If count user equal to 1, if you find any user, apply this, otherwise show invalid request. Okay, so if someone want to try with the wrong code, they cannot activate any account. We need to fetch user ID with user object with the help of ID, and then we need to update user meta field. What is the name of meta status? To true, because in start it is false. Now we need to make it true, and we need to show a message user activated successfully. Click on update file. Successfully updated. Last step, we need to add the form here, jet form. I need to save it and refresh. Click here and activate account. I'll use Ajax. Activate my account, and let's use the branding color, background color black, and text color white. We don't need border. That's it. Let's center it and click on update. Remember, you have to place this form inside the section which has validated code dynamic visibility. If you have put it here, you will not see your form. Okay, so it must be below activation code validation message. I will click on enter, activate my account. I will go back to users, this user is not activated, code is valid, everything is fine. I will not click on activate my account here because I'm already logged in, so I will open the incognito windows. Let's refresh the page and let's click on activate my account. The account is activated and I am redirected to login page. Let's go back to our users and refresh this user. If we scroll down, you will see that the user has been activated and the code is still there. Let's log in. I hope this is correct password. Okay, I am already logged in and my account is activated. Now at this point you can restrict the user to go to dashboard or not. Let's try it. I'll go to my login page. Edit with Elementor. I guess it's login page. Yes, it is login. And here we use dynamic visibility. On this block we are using dynamic visibility. If user is logged in, show this one, and we will use AND operator, and equal to user field status is true. If it is true and the user is logged in, show this one. Let's update. Okay, let's refresh the page. It will not show any effect here because our criteria is correct. Okay, no message, nothing, and we will make a copy of this, duplicate. Okay, and I will remove this, and here we will show a message: you have your account is not yet activated, please contact administrator or check your email for activation. Okay, and here on this section we will apply dynamic visibility. User is not logged in equal to false if it is false, because sometime if the user is not activated they can still log into your system. Okay, let's refresh it. We see no effect. Let's deactivate account. I will deactivate this user. Where is user? Users. Okay, I will deactivate this user. Okay, deactivate it, update, and let's refresh the system. Alright, welcome back Abir. Your account is not yet activated, please contact administrator or check your email, and there is a logout option. Okay, by accident the user click on dashboard and they can see the dashboard. You have to apply dynamic visibility on dashboard as well, so they cannot see anything. Let's go to our dashboard. Click here, advanced dynamic visibility, show element if equal to, here we have switcher enabled option also, I guess. Switcher is enabled. Okay, switcher enable. Which switcher? User field and code status, sorry, user status. Okay, let's update. If the switcher is enabled, show us dashboard, otherwise hide it. Let's refresh. There is no dashboard. You can also show a message here that you are not activated, your account is not activated, you have to activate your account in order to access the dashboard. So this was a short tutorial about how you can activate your account, your user account, with the help of email. Consider subscribing the channel, or if you have any question please write in the comments. Thank you so much.